All right, well, it's been a while since I've done a live. I was in Armenia last weekend, and the internet there is spotty, so you don't really do lives. Like, it's a little risky. I did some videos, and you can check them out on my channel, my YouTube channel. You can check them out. There's more coming, 2 more coming. So, and articles, etc., etc. Anyway, Armenian prayer breakfast was amazing. That's not why I'm here, because I report from Jerusalem, lovely Jerusalem. Do you see what's going on here? I want to tell you guys something. Today, I'm driving, and Waze tells me construction 10 meters ahead, like an alert. And I'm like, are you stupid? Perhaps we should say no construction, because right now, all of Jerusalem is construction, all of it. So I don't want to hear this construction in 10 meters. No, it is every flipping inch, centimeter of the city. There is construction. So that's that. Okay. And all right. So also, just with Armenia and still processing and decompressing from that, and with, working and visiting. I mean, my parents are here. Kids are going all over the place because they always do now at this age. So I'm not super obsessed with the news right now like I usually am. So I also was I can't really do a live because I don't know every jot and tittle of what's happening, and I feel like I always like to over inform. And I'm oh gosh, not now. Now, how do you like the graffiti here? Now, I just need to give you the headlines because by the way, Israel attacked a targeted assassination of a Hezbollah operative in Beirut, in downtown Beirut, in the Dahia, the neighborhood that is known to be Hezbollah, mostly Hezbollah, owned and operated. It's where they hang out, right? But you have to see the building that there are a couple holes in an apartment building, so accurately targeted. Of course, what does that mean now? Does that mean that, of course, that guess what? We're back on alert. We're back on high alert here and there. And actually, it's so interesting. I watched a video yesterday of a Lebanese journalist. She's affiliated, I think she's Shia Muslim, which is associated with Hezbollah. And she said that we have 2 nightmare scenarios. Okay, I guess he's okay. Guy laying down under the truck, but I don't think he was run over. I think he's checking it. Okay, so she said there's a nightmare scenario, and it's that Hezbollah responds and to all the Israeli attacks. Because by the way, just yesterday, they struck Beirut, but they've been striking southern Lebanon all the time, on a daily basis. So, so she said, or they will, Hezbollah will respond and drag us into war, or Israel will continue doing its targeted strikes and then say that for security purposes, it needs to build a wall or a fence or an outpost in southern Lebanon, taking over Lebanese land. And she said, either way, nightmare scenario. And she said, basically, the only winners here are either Israel or Iran, not the Lebanese people. And even Hezbollah, she didn't even talk about Hezbollah. She just talked about Iran, which is the sponsor of Hezbollah. So that was really fascinating to hear what people are thinking over there. I'm sure she's not, she represents some of the opinions, I am sure, but what's going on over there is that Lebanon, under the government, under the persuasion of the US government, has voted to disarm all non-state militias or actors. And so that would be, of course, really Hezbollah. Hint, hint, we'll do it for everybody. But really we mean you, because you have 100,000 missiles or whatever, maybe less now, but you've got the goods. And Israel's really what, Hezbollah is what Israel cares about. not really like the smaller militias or whatever. So that's, that's a big deal right now, that Lebanon is tasked with disarming a militia that might be stronger than its very own army. Hasn't happened yet. I think that was voted in the summer. It hasn't happened. And you could see Israel is losing its patience. The US might also be losing its patience. And so we are in for a ride in the next few weeks. Now, other than that, two other headlines. The chief of staff of the Israeli military yesterday made some dramatic moves. He reprimanded and or fired several generals as part of a October 7th inquiry. And I mean, it is rocking the establishment here. Now, I don't know the analysis of this. Is this, is it a politically motivated thing, or is it justified and important? I've got to check it out. Like I said, I didn't want to come on the air and say like all these things that I didn't know about. By the way, I'm going uphill right now, and you can tell. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the other thing is that Netanyahu is considering banning a specific political party, an Arab party that is an affiliate of the Muslim Brotherhood. Now, of course, with the US now declaring that the Muslim Brotherhood is a terrorist organization, Netanyahu steps in and is like, oh, gotta ban this party. And I think to most people that would be like, oh yeah, that's logical, of course. But I'll tell you about this party, Ra'am, is actually one of the most conciliatory Arab party that there is, even more so than the secular Arab party. They were actually part of the government, the last government led by Naftali Bennett, and he is like a religious observant Jew. He's right wing, and he managed to call together a coalition of left-wing parties, right-wing parties, and Arab parties. And though it only lasted a year, it was actually like miraculous, and at the time, they didn't go and do anything to destroy the state of Israel. Like, if anything, they were just trying to improve life for their own citizens. So, like, of all parties to go after, that may not be the one. So we've got a political storm brewing. You've got the military in a turmoil right now. Possible escalation with Lebanon or not. It could go either way. And those are the main headlines. So I'm going to leave you with that. And if you have questions, send them my way. I'll be glad to touch on different subjects, especially if you are interested in the traffic patterns and the construction in Jerusalem, because you know what? That is my biggest topic right now. I'm so angry. I'm generally with Ajita all the time. So anyway, but we could talk about politics too. I'm really cool with that. All right, anyway, thank you for tuning in. Share, subscribe, like,